Hello, friends, and welcome back after that short break. Boy, was that one hell of a last game, Merlini.
Snake King can play Naga.
He played a good Naga. Yeah, that was our big question. How is Snake King's Naga? And
He should go mid, I think, for their team. But
yeah.
Korok, I don't know. They're both mid players, though. That's the big problem. Anyways, on to the next game.
Yep. Onward and forward. Up next, we've got no Earthspirit versus the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, and then coming up after this, we'll actually have two EG games. It will be Sneaky Nyx Assassins versus EG, and then EG versus Revenge as our next two coming up after this game here. So I think we can hop pretty much straight into the draft. It's still early on.
Do we have standings real quick?
Yeah. What our standings?
No standings. Okay, we'll do standings
After
later.
this game, we'll have standings. I saw I'm promised by the production crew. So, no Earthspirit versus Sneaky Nyx Assassins. What do you think, Merlini? What's the
Still the
odds
big five,
coming in?
man.
Odds coming in here.
Odds? I would say no Earthspirit is not as bad as people think. I mean, they're 0 and 2, right?
We just don't know a lot about them.
I've seen him play a lot. I know. I've seen Goody play a lot. Casted him in MLG. And he was on the team with Bricks. And Knave,
Goody
too.
and Bricks.
So they've been on the team. Goody, Bricks, and Knave.
Yeah. Yeah, but, I mean, obviously they're having some issues, as we've seen them in 3 games now, and every game has been a different stand-in.
Yeah.
And that's usually not a good sign.
Well, I don't know. SN's offline. He probably had to go do something. Who was the first one? Some random guy. This one's Ryuzawa. Ryuzawa's pretty solid, too.
There were too many stand-ins that last game. When you say stand-in, I keep thinking of Blueberry and Fun, and I forget who the stand-in was in the first game for no Earthspirit.
Blueberry and Fun.
Blueberry and Fun.
Fun had the last sit on the rack for the Mega Creeps, though.
He did. Fun had a big play last game.
Not that that's hard, because everyone else was slept. Anyways, going to this game, as you said, odds for Sneaky Nyx versus Earthspirit, I would probably put like 68-32 around there.
68 on Nyx?
Yeah, that's what I would feel.
I'd say that's fair.
Are there no odds on this?
You'll have to check. I'm not sure. There are a lot of matches today. No, that's... Wait, is that... Yeah, that's it. So it's 65-35. All right, you were right on the money. That's pretty solid.
I would say that... yeah, that's about right. I would bet on Nyx Assassin on those odds. So Nyx Assassin, they weren't that strong yesterday, though. That's a big problem for me. Who were they playing? They were playing against CMB, weren't they? Was it CMB? I have the standings right here. So SNA played versus CMB, yeah, and CMB crushed them. That was on the back of Tavo's fat life stealer.
Yeah, that guy was hitting the gym. Well, Nyx Assassin, they're one of these teams where you recognize all the names and they're a scary lineup, but they haven't been together that long. Rumor on the street is that they scrim all day, every day. They've been scrimming like crazy.
That's not a rumor.
It's not a rumor. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
True. All right. Well, fact. They've been scrimming all day, every day.
There you go. SNA and Ush have been playing together for a long time. Fluff and Mike have also been playing for a long time. But these 5 in particular have not. Whitebeard, I would say he's kind of the lone wolf. They're probably
lone wolf.
They're probably looking for another support player to pair with Fluff and Whitebeard. He was on Fnatic NA, but I would probably consider him the weakest player on the team. He's still decently strong, though.
Yeah, I don't think that's saying much, just because the other 4 are all pretty well-known players that are all pretty established. Whitebeard, I know the least about compared to the other 4. So, well, we'll see what they do here. They did get Invoker with their first pick.
Dude, the Clockwork. Where has he been?
The Clockwork. Where has he been? He's been, oiling up those joints, taking a vacation. We have seen so little Clockwork, and I don't really know what happened. He wasn't really changed in this patch. Even at the tail end of 6.80, I think it was more the rise of Centaur and the resurgence of Batrider, and teams were just like, I agree. Even Darkseer. It was just other heroes came to light, not so much that Clockwork fell off. But I still think he is. I would say he's underrated right now.
He's like A- material.
A-? Yeah, I think that's true. And he's definitely not picked as much as other A- heroes.
Are we gonna change him to A- grade point scale instead of a
grade instead of words instead of Kale? The epic dumpster Kale.
Well, it's because we don't know the in between. There's like God tier, Kale tier, and then like in between it's like Clockwork. He's not God tier. He's pretty damn good though.
Plus or minus 2 standard deviations from the mean. We're just like, all that's just the middle stuff. We don't have.
Well, we could put him percentiles too.
All right. I feel like we need to make an infographic for this and really break it down. Get some Reddit karma going on.
Infographic for crap tiers.
Yeah, all the different.
There's already tiers heroes.
Yeah. Well,
someone made a list already of competitive tier heroes.
Not with creative words like dumpster and garbage and kale. You need these descriptors to really understand what's happening here. But in Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they grab the best counter to Lifestealer, and that's the Bane Elemental.
He's not the best counter.
Who's the best counter to Lifestealer?
There's a lot of good counters.
Okay.
I think Weaver's pretty good versus them.
How is that a counter to Nyx? He's just a good hero, but like, or
No,
pardon
he
me, to,
he can
Nyx.
harass him in lane very hard. He can't ever get caught by the life stealer either. It just depends on what you're looking for. As far as supports go, Shadow Demon's really good too. You can defensively disrupt. You can purge him during the rage. I don't know. I don't want to say Bane's the best. He's like decent, but he's.
You think Shadow Demon's better than Bane at dealing with Lifestealer?
Yeah, I would say so. Because you have to use grip on him during the ultimate, whereas purge, like you don't really care about throwing out a purge.
Yeah, that's sort of true.
And then like if you're just like standing there gripping, you're gonna get destroyed. He's really good in lane 2 with Enfeeble, I would say.
If you're standing there gripping, you're gonna get destroyed. I mean, maybe it depends.
Yeah,
on
but
the
like
situation.
if Lifestealer gets jumped though, if he gets a jump on Bane, Bane can't really do anything. Maybe he can defensively sleep. He just like rages it off. But if Shadow Demon gets jumped on, he can do something about it.
Yeah. Okay. That's
so
true.
like you want like the supports that can do something in panic situations, not an ideal situation. Oh, Lifestealer just magically gets caught from a Bane in the fog, and no one can stop his ultimate. Yeah, that's any hero can just destroy him at that point.
All
but
right. I'll concede to your power.
I mean, no. I think they're just different, right?
They're definitely different.
They're different.
definitely different.
Bane's better at just straight up locking down a Lifestealer because the Fiend's Grip is amazing.
Yes.
And Shadow Demon's much better at kiting a Lifestealer, not actually doing damage to him.
Right. So okay, one's more utility, Bane's a little more kind of I'm gonna kill you.
And then there's other heroes that can kite too, like Centaur's very good for his Lifestealer too. Every time he goes on someone, boom, or Stampede.
Yeah.
Waste rage open wounds on the spot. So
yes.
There's a lot of good heroes for his Lifestealer.
Yeah, the Stampede that's a big one actually, because once he burns the open wounds, as soon as you Stampede, it's what's Lifestealer gonna do.
But now they have Silencer. Silencer poops on Bane.
Yes, he sure does. That global silence, and then I like Silencer in general. Talking about underrated heroes.
I like Silencer too.
Now, no Earthspirit, they are lacking hard disables, though. They've got some good utility, they've got some slows,
I don't actually think they need hard disables, though, because they have, like, imagine this situation where they just, like, Lifestealer rages, initiates on someone, global Stampede, and they kill, like, 2 people. Right?
I just imagined that.
That's a very likely scenario, because they don't have anything to stop it. Silencer's just going to be way far in the back, Lifestealer's going to be up in the front, and if they don't react really quickly, if they don't have BKBs, if they don't have forces, they're going to take significant damage in team fights.
Yeah.
Pending Lifestealer gets farm and Centaur gets
also
blink.
an ideal scenario. They have all those items and then they get the jump on
them.
But
still, the ease of execution is really high. You press R on Silencer, you press R on Centaur, and you rage open wounds on Lifestealer and right click bitches.
That's a good point. That is pretty easy to execute.
It's very easy. That is an ideal situation for them, and Sneaky Nyx Assassin, they have to farm up on their important heroes, like Mirana and Invoker, to deal with that. They need to farm up a Manta or BKB. Usually I'd say Manta is better versus Silencer, and they need to farm up, I think, like a Force or a Yules on Invoker, so they don't get caught out by this. But that's getting too far ahead of ourselves. That's gearing towards the mid-game. As far as laning goes, Silencer's Achilles heel, I would say, is his laning phase. He's very squishy.
He's squishy, and he's also just one of those heroes that's very susceptible to gank. He's slow, has no escape mechanism, doesn't have any stuns, doesn't have any slows. His utility is rather.
He has global TP. Global TP is really strong, but Clockwork, like, initiate on a Silencer, like, Silencer's just fucking flipping dead.
Yeah, that's part of the reason Clockwork was a good pick here. Clockwork does okay against Dazzle as well.
They could do some next level stuff, like ban out Silencer, infest the Silencer. And then just like pop out and crush the Clockwork. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
I want to see some big plays like that.
Yeah. Now, no Earthspirit. What will they pick here? They need a mid hero.
They go with like a Storm.
I was gonna guess Viper, but he's been banned out.
Storm plus Silencer and Lifestealer and Centaur, they would just like dominate the gank so hard.
That's true. That could be scary.
Puck's decent. Offers a little bit more control, a little bit less damage, I'd say.
They could pick an OD if they wanted to go super greedy and smash the Invoker.
Well, as we saw from the last game, they're all about aggression, though. They like aggressive threats.
Yeah,
they like to bring the fight.
Yeah,
and Team NAR was not about fighting. Just absolutely not.
Okay, they go Death Prophet. So slightly different flavor, but still gets some
like
pushing
Death Prophet
power on the field.
She's underrated. She's of all the heroes underrated in this game, Clockwork, Silencer, and Death Prophet. I would say Death Prophet's the most underrated.
I want to agree. She's one of those heroes that it's a little bit hard to read because I feel like when she gets picked up, teams look at that and go, that hero is scary if she gets out of control. We have to gank her, and she becomes a priority. And the last like 4 games I've seen Death Prophet, the teams just rotate on her hard really early on, and she falls behind and then just ends up being all dumpy.
Well, that's kind of like Koi was Invoker yesterday. It
Yeah.
can kind of happen with anyone,
It's true.
but
It can happen with anyone, but that hero in particular, it's like teams. It's almost like
they paint a target on her head.
yeah, you almost don't want to pick her because she is easy to gank in the early levels, and she also does not recover as well as a lot of other
So
heroes.
what you're saying is you need a lot of lane presence in the other lanes, so that if she does get ganked, you'll capitalize it.
And there is a
capitalize on
Dazzle, so you need, or somebody like Dazzle that can TP in and save her. So that's a good hero to mix with the Death Prophet. I also just like Dazzle and Death Prophet together. This is the minus armor plus like the two ultimates. Just they're a match made in heaven, dude. Weaving on top of those little spirits, it's good stuff.
And they have double silence. Double
Yes.
silence is pretty scary.
Especially against an Invoker. That is
And
good
Bane
stuff.
and Lion.
Yeah, silence is just in general. It's really good this game. Yeah, I like this no Earthspirit draft a little bit better. Sneaky Nyx Assassins have a lot more disable, especially with Lion as that last pick. They have a lot of crowd controls, but they lack in carry power and well,
The ultimates on no Earthspirit are just much stronger
Yes.
than Nyx.
yeah, I think no Earthspirit have easier to execute lineup. They have a better late game lineup, and they have well, kind of better.
If
pushing.
Sneaking
Invoker will probably
Assassin
go
wins,
Exort,
they need
but-
to win with finesse.
Yeah. This will not be an easy game for them. They need to do a lot. They need to have a really good laning phase. They have really good laners. They've got Bane Mirana, and Lion is pretty good in the lane. They need to do well in the laning phase, and SNA, I think, needs to do really well in the mid on this Invoker. And if they can do that, they can carry that momentum into the mid game and do some pretty serious work, but they don't do that. Lion looks weird with this headpiece.
He kind of does, but he's pimped out.
Gazing eye of the demon witch.
You can either go long horns or short horns, and he has the long horns.
The longhorn. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that you could toggle it.
He's a cow.
The third eye is just weird. He turns into this, like, he's a Triclops. on the Radiant side, guys, we've got the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. IX Mike 88 going to be on the Clockwork here in the solo safe lane role. SNA will be on the Invoker in the solo mid role, and that means an aggressive tri-lane will be coming out. They chuck an arrow.
I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're
Do you
going
think
to
that-
interrupt these.
Yeah.
This better be important.
Do you think that Ban Earth regrets naming their team Ban Earth now that Earthspirit has been nerfed into the ground?
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit or a lot of it?
I'm not keen on the silly names in general, so it's like one of those things that I have no sympathy for their stupid name being stupider now because it come on.
So they regret it.
I regret that name being chosen, and not just them. I mean, SNA, I get it. There's a player in Sneaky Nyx Assassins, but I'm just one of those people. I'm taking video games too. So
they all have the same icon and stuff.
yeah, they're a legit team. So why don't you just pick a legit name? Why don't you be like Revenge? Now there's a good old team name. That's a good old fashioned. Buckle down, get yourself something that can instill fear in your enemies.
Sneaky Nyx Assassin is fucking scary.
You kill us, we will get revenge. Sneaky Nyx Assassin, it's teetering on the edge. I'm okay with it. Ban Earthspirit is just like, come on, guys, just have a brainstorm session. Get a little whiskey in the mix, get creative, get on Google, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, you're a hater on the names.
I really don't like the stupid names, and it's like the bane of the North
Jesus.
American system, the North American scene, where everyone's like, "Oh, this is gonna be really funny." Oh, Team Dog. Like, what is Team Dog? What is that? Just a silly name that somebody came up with.
You're angry.
Oh, up top, Ryu's all. We didn't even get through our introductions. We may see a first blood coming out. Fluff and stuff rotates up, and Death Prophet Dazzle saves her, but no, not quite. First blood comes out for good old Whitebeard here, playing on the Bane Elemental.
So what the heck are these lanes? Silencer mid with bricks, a safe lane Death Prophet with a Dazzle babysit that can't actually save him from dying, and why did he get heal instead of Grave?
That's
Secondly,
a good question.
and then the Centaur offlane I can get on board with. Fried Aggro probably tired of the old.
Uh-oh. Evan. Oh, they'll eat through the trees. Treebeard. Whitebeard. He's being cheeky. Long range arrow from downtown. Hits the Dazzle right in the back, and they'll just right
You
click
know,
him.
if there's one thing I know about Sneaky Nyx Assassin is that they like Bane.
They really like
No, they like Mirana.
Well, they like them both, but
They like 'em
Mirana more. Yeah.
Yes. Like, they just love Mirana all the time.
All of the time.
All the time, dude.
Oh,
She
Whitebeard.
receives a lot of love from them.
Dude, look at this cheekiness. This Bane just hiding in the trees. They're not giving this Death Prophet a moment to breathe. They're tangoing their way through so that he can get
Why
off
don't
these-
they put her in the mid lane? I guess they thought it would be a solo clock.
Oh, look at this. She's trying to stay fogged. The arrow again. This is just a massacre. See, this is why people don't pick Death Prophet, Merlini.
You don't put her in the safe lane for the tri lane with the Dazzle support.
Okay, maybe this isn't the reason, but still, when she gets ganked like this is the kind of activity that deters people from picking Death Prophet.
They make her
Oh,
look
boy.
bad.
This is a disaster already.
It's only 3-0.
Only 3-0, but they've totally lost this lane. Like
It's just one lane.
both Evan
There's two
and
other lanes.
Ryuzawa are completely smashed.
Goody about to die in middle. Oh, buddy.
Okay, well now mid lane is
Now
in some
it's a
trouble.
disaster.
Yeah, SNA, they won't be able to finish him off, and Bricks will go back to farming. Now, luckily, Bricks is
He
doing
didn't have
well
a
in
second
CS.
spell invoked, and he still crushed him.
Yeah, I mean, SNA only has 4 CS, though. He's not really farming very well, but look at all these heroes with 0 CS. Death Prophet and Dazzle, they haven't even killed a single creep yet between the two of them. This is... What's the lead already? 2,000 gold and experience. Uh-oh, Bricks. He doesn't know it's coming, but there's the Nightmare. Sunstrike on the money. They'll have the Hex to follow up. Can they bring him down?
Man,
The
their
Impale.
coordination's so much.
Oh, man.
Their coordination is so good this game.
Fluff and stuff.
Fluff and stuff.
Look at you, HR shoving stuff. Look at this guy. Wow. So 5-0 here at the 3-minute mark. IX Mike, he is actually the last hit leader here in the safe lane up against the Centaur. He is smashing this Centaur. Holy Toledo. 16-6 versus the 7-1 half-fried egg roll. That is a larger disparity than it should be, no?
It is.
That is. I mean, Clockwork's okay against Centaur. He can definitely hold his own, but he should not be more than doubling his CS here.
Yeah. And it doesn't even look like he's cog spamming him that much. It just looks like a straight right clicks and
Straight IX Mike. is
rocket. No, there's rocket flare too.
hitting him with the hammer, yeah. The crunchy egg roll. Or no, he's not crunchy. He's a fried egg roll.
Well, half fried might be crunchy.
Yeah, alright, he's half crunchy.
They're not mutually exclusive.
Invoker is committed to Exort here. Sunstrike and Cold Snap.
See, look at that set. Don't you look at that Invoker, you're like, damn,
Yeah,
this
no.
Invoker knows what's up.
This is that's a badass hat. This is like Harry Potter style. The Sempiternal Revelations
Does anyone
hat.
know what Sempiternal means?
Dude, I have never seen this Invoker item. What the hell?
I don't know. I'm gonna look what the heck Sempiternal means.
That hat looks awesome. I want that hat in real life.
Sempiternal, eternal and unchanging, everlasting.
That's a good word. Too bad it's a mouthful.
Why? It just means the same thing as eternal.
The Sempiternal.
Oh.
Eternal's ugly cousin. Do you feel like confusing your fans?
Is the Sempi a base word of something?
Try adding some additional characters onto the word eternal. Jesus.
I don't know.
Yeah, email your English professor. She'll let you know. Well, the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they're really in good shape. Right now, there's one hope for the ban Earthspirit team, and
Who's that?
that is the Lifestealer. He is.
I don't know. He already died.
He already died, but he's still number 3 on net worth. He's
just a
farming
Lifestealer, dude.
okay in the mid lane. He's about on even with the Invoker. What do you mean? It's a Lifestealer, dude. We'll hold that thought. His Silencer, he's in some trouble, takes a lot of damage. He'll be the next to go down. Bricks gets off the rage. They'll start to right-click him, but he'll make it back to the tower. They won't dive it. That's 6-0 as we pass the 5-minute mark.
It's just a lifesteal.
Up top, Ush. He'll have forward. He finishes off the Death Prophet. Evan uses the Grave on himself. Oh, God. It was unfortunate, but...
Oh, the courier snipe. That's a loaded courier, by the way.
Oh my God. The phase boots for Bricks, but it's gonna live. Alright, well there's his phase boots. Actually, it's going back! Oh no! The Miss Micro! Ah!
Oh, wow. He got the last hit. What in the world?
That's lucky. But, well, it was only half the stuff on the courier. It had the boots on it, and there was something else.
As if you thought it couldn't be much worse for Bane Earth.
At least phase boots are out for Bricks, though. That's really good news. That's a big core item on the Lifestealer, and really opens up things.
You're getting really excited about this lifesteal.
Hey, he's their only hope. He is Obi-Wan Kenobi in this game.
Dude, they have ultimates.
Yeah, look at Evan. He's in trouble. The Sunstrike off the mark would have been enough for the kill. He still doesn't have the Grave up from trying to save the Death Prophet before. One last auto attack. Dead Dazzle.
If they get their ultimates together and get their shit online, like global plus DMP plus
Dude, you're getting
exorcism,
ahead of yourself. Death Prophet's
Yo.
level 3.
Yo,
Okay.
that's what they're looking for.
Uh-oh, Fluff. He'll try and TP home. Yeah, it won't happen.
Easy to intel.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy 2 intel, but that is also their first kill of the game. So, baby steps. Steps in the right direction. but
Closer to Death Prophet's level 6.
That is also a true statement. She's now level 4. Bane coming around the top. Whitebeard, he sets it up. Can they find the arrow angle? Sunstrike, arrow! Whoa, the Sunstrike comes a little early, and the coordination not quite there. Silence comes out from Ryuzawa. And, actually, will survive
Where's the
a little
Grave?
bit longer.
Oh,
Grave off the
Evan.
money, and, yep, Moonlight Shadow. Of course, there's no detection. And
Classic Evan.
it is a 1-for-1 up. It is a 1-for-1 up in the top lane. I do like this Mirana hairdo, though. The tail of the Moon Rider. So cute.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
he's pimped out too. You see
Does he
this?
have the awesome kitty?
The Andalmir, the Litigon?
I don't know.
That one's
Yeah,
okay.
Andalier the Litigon. Yeah,
That's
sure.
alright.
It's
That's
a pretty,
right.
pretty legit set. bricks. He'll. Ooh, nice rage.
Where's
Just
the
good
impale,
arrow.
bro?
Oh, you got the cold snap, and oh, they also force out the stampede as well.
So maybe it was a tactical, hey, I'm not going to cast impale to bait out the stampede.
Maybe, yeah, you could go with that. Well, 10-2. Nyx Assassin still continuing their reign of dominance here. I still think Lifestealer is still the only one farming okay. I guess the Centaur is doing some work in the off lane.
Not really.
He's got he's got some experience. He has boots. Not Tranquils, though. Still, he's not going to have a fast blink whatsoever. IX Mike is still just slapping him around. It's 52-15. I mean, they did kill the Centaur once, to be fair. No, they didn't, actually. Why is IX Mike slapping him so hard?
I have no idea. Centaur doesn't usually lose his lane.
No, Centaurs that look at the pump fake, they'll find him. Egg roll, stuck in some cogs.
You see these new cogs? What the heck?
Yeah, these cogs are awesome. You've never seen those?
No.
Where you been, dude?
Those look like pacifiers.
The Telebolt projector with a K. Mythical cogs, dude. Get wrecked. Arrow. Ooh. Hits the raged life stealer. Well, they will try to defend this bottom tier 1. SNA will not pressure it too hard.
Come on, cast those cogs again.
They do look kind of like nipples.
Pacifiers.
Pacifiers look like nipples. Isn't that kind of the point? Last ward build. Is this the standard silencer build right now? If you're on a support silencer, 11385?
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
Either 311 or 113
Okay.
is your 2 builds.
Yeah, your 2 kind of damage dealers. Yeah, the 311 seems pretty rare these days. Curse of the
It
Silence.
depends on who you're against.
It's only good in really niche lineups. Yeah, if you're against like a sniper or somebody, there's nothing he can do. And
Shrapnel, that baby.
Yeah, he doesn't have the mana play. Shrapnel's like twice. And
If
then
you're against
that's it.
Viper.
Yeah, Viper is another good one. There are a few heroes that completely counters, and other heroes it's completely useless, like Venomancer. Just makes a ward.
It's useless versus Invoker.
Yeah, not good against Invoker. So, bottom tier 3, taking pretty hefty damage. Glyph comes out from the Ban Earthspirit crew, but I don't know that it'll be enough to completely quell this push. They'll clear up this wave, and they can shove in with the next round. Finger is now up online, so they've been pretty darn successful picking up these kills before the Finger of Death, and now that is a free kill every 160 seconds, at least for the next few levels. How's Ush doing? Almost has his drums. Actually has the recipe sitting in the bank. He'll pick it up right now. And yeah, now this bottom tower will fall. Deny from the silencer. Ooh, close call, but a noble effort.
So how long is it going to take for the Banner Earth supports to get their level 6s? Looks like Death Prophet almost level 6, Silencer pretty close to level 6, so they're pretty close. Dazzles, I'd say, is the least important of those 3.
Yeah, they're getting there, and Dazzle's just about to hit level 6 as well. He's on point with the Death Prophet. There's your Hand of Midas on the Invoker, and at the 10-minute mark, decently timed. He's doing pretty well for himself.
Especially against a dual lane in mid.
Yeah, that's true. It was a legit 1v2. Support Stug come in and gank for him, but in the laning phase, he was struggling in CS, and now he has made a full-blown recovery.
Shadows. Take us.
Shadows take us, yeah. Mirana. Moonlight
Bye
Shadow.
bye Dazzle.
Carried away by a moonlight dazzle. Oh no, the arrow hits a creep, but they still get the kill. It's okay. Unfortunate for Ush.
They make really good use of Moonlight Shadow, though.
Yeah,
Everyone
they sure
backs off and just easy kills. Not even having to use the Finger of Death.
Just have to get carried away sometimes by the soothing songs of Moonlight Shadow. Death Prophet, she's now got her phase boots. Level 6.
That's
but
not a song, Moonlight Shadow.
Moonlight
It's
Shadow.
not a Moonlight Serenade.
It's a
It's
song.
a shadow.
Dude. Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, is it a song? Okay.
It's one of those songs that like a bajillion people have covered because it's so.
Well,
It's like
apparently
that.
not enough. We need 2 billion people.
Don't
to
worry,
cover
we'll play it after this game so we can properly introduce
no.
Marlene into the Moonlight Shadow.
I only listen to
You've
music
never got
with-
that joke whenever someone started singing like "Carried Away by a Moonlight Shadow." That's like when people do that. It's a joke about the song in Mirana.
Nope, I've never heard of that before.
Jesus, dude, you got it.
Dude, I told you my pop culture is.
Oh, this poor life stealer. Cold snap just enough to get him clipped by the arrow. Yeah, if you ever want to win a game against Merlini, choose pop culture. He'll fail.
I know Dota culture, not pop
I
culture.
know Dota culture. A little froggy here. That's a fried egg roll frog. Fluff. He may get turned around on. There's your Fiend's Grip, but the global silence comes out. And maybe they'll find another kill. The silence is rather disorienting. Arrow flies off the mark, but Nightmare. Ush wants to go for it. They'll cold snap him. Snot from the high ground. Yeah, V gets juiced. Now Evan could be in some trouble. GG. 12 minutes. That's it.
Wow.
Honestly, it's pretty appropriately timed. They're
I'd
behind
say
by
so.
10,000 gold, 7,500 experience at 12 minutes.
Their laning phase was just a disaster. They should have just done standard lanes.
Yeah. There's
Like-
no reason to be that cheeky with it.
Lifestealer can actually do something versus that lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can just... If someone else gets slept, he can just rage and then just attack them, or rage, tank the arrow. Like, they can do a lot of things.
Yeah. Death Prophet just... I mean, no sign of
They
life
tried to
in
be
that
next
game.
level, but ended up being previous level.
Yeah. I mean, that tri-lane just completely shut him down. The Bane-Mirana combo, it's not exactly a surprise, but their first nightmare turned into a kill, and then after that it was all over. I feel like there's not that much to analyze that game. 12 minutes of just complete domination.
Well, Ban Earth did play a couple games, and it was with another stand-in. And
Yeah, every
it's
time, like,
just
one stand-in that's consistent isn't that bad if it's a stand-in you're familiar with.
like
but
Mason for 3 months with EG.
yeah, but having, like, 3 best of ones and having a different stand-in every single game, that's rough, because not every stand-in plays every role, right? So you have to start adjusting. Maybe that's why the lanes are so messed up, because they had to just adjust around. Maybe not. They could have just swapped it here. I'm just saying.
Ryuzo
That
plays
doesn't
mid.
help. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I
don't
don't know
know
why
either.
they landed that way. I really
Anyways,
don't.
next up will be EG versus Nyx.
Yeah, EG versus Nick. So
Or
hot on
SNA,
on their
whatever
win.
you want to call it.
Yeah, SNA, SNA. Hot off their win. Oh, we've got standings, Merlini, and EG. They are 2-0 right now. CNB, they're actually 2-1. Still not that many matches have been played, but yeah, no Earthspirit. They are not off to a good start. 0-3. Their hopes of making it into the top 4 are rather grim. Of course, this is very similar to Star Ladder. You've got 8 teams at a group stage. The top 4 move on to a bracket, and that bracket faces off in a single elim fashion until there's only one team remaining, and that is the team that will be joining us here at the summit. Well, I guess for America, it's the top 2 teams, but same premise. So very exciting. We'll have a short break, and by short break, I mean, Roland, does this next one start in 15 minutes? Is that the scheduled start time, I believe? 12 minutes, yes. 15 minutes, and this next match will be underway.
-3.
-3, yeah, because we always start on time, right? No, the lobby's actually almost full, so we might start this one on time, guys. But I'm Zayori, this is Merlini. Give us some love on Twitter, at ZayoriTV, at Merlini Dota, of course, at Beyond the Summit, and at Twitch. They're the guys that make this whole event possible, and big shout out to them. Make sure you pick up the ticket as well. The bundle's in the store. We're taking a break. We'll be back for EG versus the sneaky Nyx Assassins.